Hey, it's the Gang Bricks Kayfabe. I'm Cash. That's Draven, Tim, and Jason. We are all here. Jason, with the Raiders. What's in that Raiders glass?
Cream soda. Just cream soda.
Cream soda, just cream soda.
That's a weird color for cream soda.
What are you calling just in this? What's the actual flavoring?
No. It really is just cream soda. There was enough from earlier in me already that we had to.
Enough cream soda in you already?
Back out. That's all.
Giggity.
Just so everyone knows, our average is over 100 at the moment.
Oh, over 100 views at the moment.
Like,
yep, because in the last month, the last month, we have 405.
That Vance video, it
all right.
Really,
we took
really pulling a lot of weight.
We took all those merch sales and put it towards bots that are getting our view count up.
Ooh, can we do that? We need to do that.
Well, we need to sell shirts first.
Well, first of all, my episode's at 978.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if we just let people know that we're going to show them on camera, like, we just need to start having a weekly, monthly, whatever segment where, like, we just have a couple people on here and be like, you could be the one this month, you better watch.
It is not our number one episode.
The hell's the number one episode?
The episode that I was on the cruise and wasn't a part of it?
Episode 56, which I'm going to see what that is.
Everybody go.
Is that WrestleMania 7?
56. Oh, I hope not.
I actually don't.
Because we have to start doing more of those.
Hang on just a minute. I'm looking into it, but go ahead, Cash. I'll keep you guys a bit.
We're going to start with a new tradition we've got going on here. Anytime there's a wrestling pay-per-view.
Guys, about to say, you almost said it.
I'm not going to say it. We make our picks. Whoever gets the most picks right gets to get a 2-minute rant, I believe it is. So, and as usual, the non-wrestler has won. So, apparently it pays to watch the product. I basically only watch AAA at this point and AEW. So, I would like to go on record saying AAA is maybe the best wrestling product out there right now. And I was so bummed last night when they ruined the whole Grande Americano storyline with that 6-man tag, because it completely went against the whole, there's not supposed to be any contact between the original Americano.
That's only in Mexico, though. That doesn't cross country lines. You can't enforce a Mexican. If that's a Mexican contract, you can't enforce that in the United States of America.
All right, Trump.
Our number
Don't you ever
would be demonetized if we could get monies. That's our number one episode. It's from 4 months ago.
Okay, I wonder what that one was.
All right.
Ooh.
Our homework is to go back and listen to that then.
All right. Well, so Jason, the floor is yours. 2-minute rant. You got, was it Backlash? I don't even know what pay-per-view we
Backlash.
picked. So, I think you won by one match, by one pick.
And didn't watch any of the pay-per-view.
There was only 4 or 5 matches, so 5 matches. So, Jason, the floor is yours. 2-minute rant, my friend.
All right. Now, you've already said you don't watch the product, so the thing that yanks my gear.
Doodle dandy.
Nature doodle dandy.
You can't interrupt him in this. It resets the timer.
TKO having all this raising the prices for everything. We went back to Vegas again, which now we figure is because they're trying to also get in on the Raiders. Breaking news, depending when you watch this, when we release it. But I guarantee TKO doesn't come and fly over every city that they're like, next week we'll be in Cincinnati. But for them to use B-roll of the strip with places that don't exist anymore, in every time they do the "we're coming to Vegas," their shots of the strip all included the Mirage and no part of the Hard Rock that the Mirage closed 3 years ago. TKO spend a little bit of that money on B-roll. So what my challenge is to our hundreds and hundreds of listeners, when they come to your city and they do the flyover, reach out to us and let us know that they're also using old footage in your city too, so we can continue to publicly shame TKO's marketing department.
Did you
All
say B-roll or B-hole?
Well, you gotta
I had to hold that in so I
You
didn't
gotta pay
interrupt
the
him.
get
toll.
the B-hole.
You talking B-roll or
The
B-hole?
toe troll. Get into the boys' hole.
There's the episode
I
title
was in
already.
Vegas the last week the Mirage was open, actually.
Hey, Jason, you were just there. They could have given you some money
Right.
to get some new footage for them.
I couldn't even enjoy my time there because I was like, this isn't what it looks like. This is
Great.
what I've been seeing for weeks.
Great, thanks, TKO. You ruined
Right,
Jason's
you ruined my Vegas
work
trip this
vacation.
year.
Well, you have 20 seconds left. Any final notes on your rant?
My last 10 seconds will be in silence because we're still upset about what Fiona had to say to us when she won.
Okay, yeah, 10 seconds of silence. That was 5. It's good enough.
Good enough.
Yeah, Tim, tell your daughter that we're not gonna stand for it.
You
Well,
tell her. I'm scared.
Oh, that's the timer going off. Stop it! Shut up!
We can't hear it.
Right.
Can't-
What?
I think he's
Are you sure it's going off?
he's just
or-
hearing it sounds.
You guys smell toast? I smell toast.
Did you say toast or toes?
Whatever you.
Because I know of a promoter that definitely smelled some toes.
Oh, I'm more
Oh.
into the toast. But
Oh.
hey, if toes are a thing, who am I to tell you that you're damn wrong? So we got a new game. What the hell was that?
Oh my god! Somebody has a lion in their house.
Who is riding a motorcycle into the house?
Sam Crow in
Whoa.
our front yard.
Tell Jax I miss him and I love him.
Right.
All right. So the new game, our own Tim Hagen came up with this one, and Tim, you wanna explain the gimmick here?
Sure. So, among the rumors that AEW's TV deal is going to be ending next year, I thought, man, they gotta. Yeah, who knows? But but they should probably do this anyway. Is they have a mega huge roster and either don't do a lot of things with them, or those guys that just sit on the bench that were awesome and never got used, like Rusev, even Powerhouse Hobbs, and that's why I figured lose some people. So we're going to play a game where we're going to go through a roster, and we'll probably do this with other companies as well, where I say the person, and then we all count. We'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll all show a sign of what we think should happen to them. And like if your lower is also fired, I will ask you that. If you mean so low they're out the door, then that's where we'll go.
All
It
right.
just says T. Cut. Oh, yeah, cut. Yeah, we don't need lower. We got cut. So the ones we have are cut, lower, push, and keep in place. Which means they're using them about where they should.
Okay. So lower just means
They're too
Drop.
high up the card. They should be used less or lower.
okay. Gotcha. All right.
All
Well,
right.
how many we got?
We're just doing A and B. I'm not going to say how many. This will kind of show you. These are just people whose names start with A or B on AEW.
I'm betting we should have done another one of. They're still on the roster.
Right. Yes and no. Did you know
Yeah.
they were on the roster?
Yeah, that's
Might
going
add
to be
that
some of
later.
that too. Yeah.
All right.
They do that thing on the inside the NBA where they have Chuck try to guess if he's an NBA player or not and what team he's on, and he can't always get. They're like, you watch the NBA for a living. He's like, not these scrubs. But that's what kind of what we're doing here. All right.
I don't know, Ernie. I don't watch that closely.
Our first one, You may not remember he exists, but Aaron Solo. And signs. Okay, we're all in agreement. Not much
Aaron
to talk about
Solo, he's not on this roster anymore, pal.
there. Next, we have Ace Austin. 3, 2, 1, signs. We're all in agreement again.
Now,
Okay.
now is this because for two of us? Is this because of our personal bias, or
Yeah.
For three of us, it's because of your personal bias.
I'm unbiased in my assessment, and I just don't see any great physique. Can do some good things mechanically, but there's nothing there that I would see him deserving that spot there yet.
yeah, and like don't have a magic gimmick if you're not going to go all in with a top hat and
I don't think
all
it's
of
a
that.
I don't think it's a magic gimmick. It's not like he's Job. It's
Doesn't he do like the
Or the black-
cage tricks and things?
I thought he just
Yeah.
had an
He
ace
just has
on
a
his
playing
logo.
card, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's just
Look,
a playing
The
card.
thing is, he doesn't know what his gimmick is. And real quick,
You're thinking of Fantasio that did the underwear pull out of the singlet for the finish.
No, he was
Where's Push or sign him? Yeah.
great. Yeah, push. Real quick, the personal bias is because at a show a few years ago that our trainees were on, in like their first year, and it was a free show for fuck's sake.
It was like
For
first
fuck's sake.
few months.
He talked some shit on our guys because their gear wasn't very professional. And I would just like to say, go fuck
And
yourself, Ace Austin.
And they were going too long, even though they were given time to go. They didn't go over their time.
Yeah.
But he just didn't.
I think we have a new episode title. Go fuck yourself, Ace Austin. That'll get some
I'll
views.
say it again. Go fuck
That'll
yourself,
get
Ace
some
Austin.
views.
I wish I had been there. Cause fuck that dude. Talking some
One of our
shit. Yeah.
students, told me here last time he told the story, it's his favorite wrestling story. He's like, he goes, I'd never seen you mad before, really, and you were so mad. I thought you were going to fight him. I was trying to watch you to make sure you didn't actually fight him. I was like,
I wish you
was
would
pretty
have.
mad.
I wish you would have.
Well, we were passing like because it was like a small locker room, like always or whatever, and there's bags everywhere. Me and him were passing, and I saw him, and I just dead stared at him, and I was like, I am not getting out of the way for this mother. And when we walked, I went right through him and kind of hit him as I went through, and he's like, what the? I just kept on walking.
And then you should have went ta-da.
So,
All right, up next.
Action Andretti.
Oh wait.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, we got a dissent.
I don't think he's a detriment to the roster. I think he's good if you need a job guy. Like, I think he should be the one going out there putting over guys instead of Brian Cage. It bothers me. We might get to Brian Cage, but it bothers me that Brian Cage constantly loses, even though, like, so I was watching the last AEW show I watched with my girlfriend. She saw Brian Cage and she was like, holy shit, he's so big. And like, then I was like, yeah, he loses every match. And she's like, how can he lose? So I was like,
Well, that's an easy argument to make to a non-fan. Just say cardio.
Wait, what?
I mean,
If you're that
so
jacked,
I'm
you
the
can't last
study
more than
guy.
3 minutes doing anything.
Well, that's what I always tell the girls too. I'm like, look, I'm jacked. What do you
I'm
expect out
jacked.
of
You
me?
just got to take what you can get.
All right, yeah, I would keep Action Andretti. I think he's a good hand. I'll say that.
I almost was with you, Cash, but I was just like, yeah, we got so many people. Like,
Yeah.
so our next one is I don't even know if this guy counts, but he's on the roster still, so we'll count him. Adam Cole.
Maybe.
Yeah, a tough one. And
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Is it showing up?
Same.
Say-
Yeah, keep in place.
Slower, same, keep in place.
You're the only one that's lower. Why lower? How can you lower him anymore?
Again,
He's
I
retired.
considered it. I thought about
Okay.
cutting him.
I guess. Okay, so I guess my question is: so is he like officially retired? And
He
is just
hasn't-
like an agent.
It's not officially on the record retired, but he can't travel still because of more concussion stuff. So he's basically just in charge of the AEW game channel like Xavier Woods was for WWE.
Okay, well, I guess then, like, I would by lower. I guess I would mean like maybe like officially make him some sort of like agent, like something to where like
He
he's
can't travel
still.
though.
Well, all right. Well, I guess just
All right.
I guess just keep have him. Yeah, I guess just have him keep doing what he's doing then.
That's a mega saying. I can't stand when someone makes a point and completely ruins.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Up next.
I thought about cut.
I mean,
I
think
considered that too, but I don't think he's hurting anything by doing the video game shit.
I think he's a good
How much do
ambassador
they
to
pay?
have.
How much is his guarantee? It's got to be millions of dollars to do
Is
video
it-
game stuff.
He's also like really good friends with the Young Bucks, so like they want to take care of the boys.
There. That's all I wanted to hear.
There you go.
I don't know. I'd be interested to see like does he do? Yeah, I'd be interested to see what kind of like online content numbers he gets AEW.
He's a full.
His good stuff's
He's a
probably for
full
his own
time.
channel.
Yeah, he's a full time Twitch streamer himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say his good stuff's probably on Twitch. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know. I think he's a
AEW's
good.
getting leftovers.
I think he's a good ambassador to have
He is, but
in your
not for
company.
$2 million
Yeah.
a year.
Well, there you go. Lower his salary.
But it's not like they have a
Oh,
budget that they
they're
have
not
to.
But then you're WWE cutting people's salary, asking them to take less.
Like Tony Khan can just be like, okay, I'm going to take this out of my personal funds and not even count it towards AEW. You don't like, and just keep him there
Yeah,
at that
no.
rate. $2 million a year for the rest of Tony Khan's life isn't even going to put a dent in 1% of his family's wealth.
Yeah, but it's not a charity. It's a
so there's a
business.
vast.
But he
there's a
got
vast
horribly
difference.
injured multiple times on your watch.
Okay, I will.
That
allow
shattered ankle, then
I
two
hate
different
when someone
concussion
makes a
stints.
point and completely ruins my freaking.
I don't know
There's a
how.
vast difference.
I don't know how I
between
became
asking
the
a
Adam
guy-
Cole whisperer.
So there's a vast difference between asking a guy who's currently unable to travel and basically just plays video games taking a pay cut compared to Roman fucking Reigns.
True, true.
All right. Up next.
Next, we have Adam Copeland.
Oh.
Three, 2, 1.
Ooh, two
Oh, me
keep
and
in
Omega
place.
Agree. Yeah, and 2 lower.
I mean, I think we all know my feelings on.
I just don't think he's hurting anything being in the tag division.
Mm-hmm. It gives you some name value. He's a tag worker, so he doesn't have to work a whole match at 50 years old or whatever. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, does he work
Do he?
anyone other
Do
than
he?
FTR though? Like, are we just doing FTR matches? With
They
him?
did.
'Cause then
They did a
everybody
6-man
stays
tag
stagnant.
like a week or two ago.
All right.
It was the Buck, or it was an
I
8-man
mean-
tag. It had or a 10-man tag. There were a lot of men. Okay, that's all I
Oh, there
know.
were so many men.
I was compromised by not throwing up cut.
So now we have, I don't know who this is, Adam Priest. Anybody?
He's on Ring of Honor.
3, 2, 1.
I mean,
Yep.
I mean,
Nothing to
if
be said
it
there.
starts with I don't know who this is,
right.
cut.
It's hard to fight for someone.
I have
I
seen.
barely-
I have seen a couple of his matches, and like he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him, but I don't see why he has a spot. I'd put
Yeah,
him below.
I mean-
I'd put him below Aaron Solo. Because he's
Okay.
competent. He's competent.
Tony Khan, put him in the basement of an ROH show, give him a stapler, and tell him you're still paying him.
Breaking news, my daughter just sent me a picture of Danhausen on the New York Knicks floor in a New York Knicks Danhausen jersey holding it or whatever.
Wow.
So he's living my
If you
dream-
would have
my dream
just
life.
wore face paint and had a silly gimmick, Tim, you could have
What
you
a-
could have really
what a
been
sellout.
something in this business.
I'm
No,
sorry,
you gotta
but,
try to be a good wrestler.
I will stick up for
I mean-
Danhausen. It's hard to be that funny all the time. His wit
Yes,
is unmatched.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought about that too. I was like, man, he's doing, especially WrestleMania weeks. I was like, God, he's doing so many appearances, and he's got to be funny. Be on that whole time. Other guys, you got to be on for 15 minutes, and then you're out. He's just tons.
Oh,
of
he's
stuff,
definitely
man.
it's
not an
definitely
easy-
not just putting on face paint. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an easy gig.
I'm just trying to get you to cover your face up with something is all.
Yeah, good call. Try again, sucker.
His
Doesn't
whole
feel like
family.
either.
His whole family's been trying that for decades.
He tried to get me to move to Mexico. He's like, Lucha's in, man.
I keep telling you that. I keep trying to tell you that COVID's back. And you
I just got some PTSD from when I was asked, "Hey kid, you wear a mask?"
Oh God.
Let's move past it.
Is that the Samson? What was his name?
Mike
Short sleeve
Sparta.
Samson.
Yeah.
Mike Sparta. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
All
like,
right.
"Do you wear a mask, kid?" "No." "Do you paint up?" "No." "Well, what the fuck am I gonna do with you?" "Well, I'll put him with
Yeah,
short
if you were
sleeve
the-
Samson." "Oh yeah, he asked if I was the ring announcer first." Yeah.
He asked if you're the ring announcer first. Are you the ring announcer? We're like, no. And he's like, you're the ring announcer? You're a wrestler? And then he goes into that spiel.
Did he
It's
book
even
you?
worse.
I was part of the
He booked a
carload.
group of us.
There was
carload.
6 or 7 of us on the show.
I mean, you should still know who's showing up to your show, like in the car to work.
But
Though.
like,
Like,
no one in the car was a mask guy. No one in the car
No.
painted up.
Well, Jugs and
No,
Chance painted up.
Jugs and Chance did, yeah.
Okay.
They're both with us. All right. So speaking of Jugs, wait, he's not on here. His name starts with A Jugs. That's what. Alex Price, and I barely know who he is, but I do kind of know.
I don't know who that is.
I'm already counting down. Yep.
Yep, I have no idea who that is.
I don't want to.
Alex?
He's a indie guy that was like the New York area. AIW just started using them and like pushing them. Like he's a good young flippy, but I think it's way early for him to get a deal. But he's got a lot of potential.
Good young Flippy. That's a good.
I remember
That's
when
a
you were
good
a
band
good young
name. The Good
Flippy.
Young Flippies.
Draven used to be a good young flippy. No one paid him hundreds of thousands of dollars for it.
GYF.
Alex Reynolds. 3,
Ooh.
2, 1.
It hurts, but yep.
Yeah.
Mine says
It
says cut.
Draven cut. Okay. I mean, yeah.
I would honestly, if I had the book, I would do something with the Dark Order, but he doesn't have to be in the Dark Order. Like you can fill it with more people as long as you keep some of the originals.
Next, we have Alex Windsor. 3, 2, 1. My first one.
No, I had one too.
Lower. Me and Omega are on the opposite. So me and Jason are in push. Cash is in keep in place. Then Omega is lower. Omega, defend yourself.
She's solid but unspectacular. She'd be great in Ring of Honor as like the base of the Pure division.
Solid but not spectacular is, I mean, main event, right?
No, Thekla is very spectacular in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's no good girls, but I mean that type of girl can be in the main event.
I don't like your wording.
She's a good girl, okay?
She's a good girl. Good women in the division, but like she would fit right up there with like Sky Blue and Julia Hart and
I kind of put them all on the same level.
yeah,
And she's British,
yeah.
so
And you keep her husband happy. He's the real star of this show.
yeah.
But putting her in the Athena spot is elevation by de-escalation. I'm saying she'd get.
That's
she.
the title of the episode. Escalation by
Short version is I want her out of that tag team.
Yeah.
She's fine for the
All right,
lower.
so-
last one.
Mhm.
well, yeah, we're only good. Yeah, how about 2? Because it'll end on a good one.
Okay.
Alicia. Well, we're not going to. We'll skip her. So just one more is fine. Alicia Trout doesn't matter. She's. Sorry, MJF.
Oh my
Sorry,
god.
girl.
That was
But the
more.
cut or push, you can't push a backstage ring person. So, Andrade El Idolo. 3, 2, 1. I knew
Oh,
you'd
yeah,
all be against
unanimous.
that was a good way to end as an Andrade.
Now-
So we haven't even made it halfway through the A. We're halfway through the A's.
And we've
Halfway.
cut a lot.
Yeah. So
All right, well, everybody shut up and quit talking because we're gonna start a new video. Be right back.
Oh, this t-shirt is gross, but what do I do? It's all I got.
That's the only shirt you've got? I might have a solution for you then. If you go to ProWrestlingTees.com and you search for Aaron Draven, which I think you guys can all see right there on the screen how to spell it, you can find official Gang Breaks Kayfabe t-shirts. That's right. Jason, can you believe it?
I can't. But what I can believe is you can get your official shirt of either all of us, or you can choose which one of us you like the best and get just our shirt. Fine.
It's kayfabe, full logo on a pink shirt, or pick. Do you prefer Vance, Jason, Cash, or Omega, and get a yellow shirt? Oh, I wish he wasn't doing that.
That's so
Let's get him a
weird.
long sleeve shirt.
So the only thing you guys didn't mention,
But Draven,
I'll
how do
bring
they
up.
find
I'll bring
those
up the
shirts
price.
again?
They are $19.99 each, no matter what design you pick. ProWrestlingTees.com/wrestlers-t-shirts/Aaron Draven. Super easy to remember. Definitely not going to be on the screen here because you're going to be able to remember it without me even putting a graphic up.
And go buy them. That way I can afford to buy one for myself.
And I don't need this anymore.
Oh God.
Here we go.
Lord.
Here we go. That was the whole reason he wanted to do this. Is so he can take his shirt off.
Right now,
You know, to play this damn game.
All right, we're back, and we're going to get into our main event of the evening. We're going to review WCW Clash of the Champions 32 from January 23rd, 1996, coming at you live from Las Vegas. This show drew a TV rating of 4.5, which was tied for 8th highest Clash rating, along with Clash 4, 10, and 28. Any guesses on the attendance for this one?
I'm going 4,500.
I'll go 5,100.
I'll go low this time. 40.
Lordy,
40.
look who's starting 40,
No one
40.
says 4,000. First of all, you can say 4,100, but you can't say 4,000.
So Tim said 5,100. Draven said 4,100. Jason said
40.
40.
I think I said 45.
No, he said 45.
Oh,
Yeah, James
it
said
was 3,100. In attendance.
I would be interested to hear what the gate was. Do you happen to have that?
I could not find that.
And with 3,000, Jason.
Clash of the It's kind of hard to find information about the Clash.
So background on this, Monday was Nitro in Las Vegas. They had Savage win the title. Tuesday was Clash in Vegas in the same building. So they were trying to hook everybody with Savage winning the belt and keep them in the building. But you can noticeably tell that there's way less people for the Clash than there was for Nitro the night before.
Yeah. There's no, it doesn't, I don't know. There's no information about what the gate was.
I almost think that it's like
that's
heavily papered.
Oh, I'm sure.
Maybe even both
dark
nights.
Dark matches included Chris Benoit versus Steven Regal,
Mhm.
and One Man Gang retaining the United States Championship against Disco Inferno.
You know, I
Regal
watched that
worked
one-man
double
gang
duty?
match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I would watch the
And-
one-man gang match for Disco Inferno if I could get to watch the Steven Regal and Chris Benoit one.
And
almost wanna
I'd
say
rather
that
just the
Regal
one-man
Benoit
gang match.
was filmed for like Worldwide or Saturday Night.
So Disco did a dark match and then left and then no-showed the match that was actually
It
advertised?
just
No,
walked down the street.
If I remember reading the thing right, it says on your list there, Cash. I think that was the main event of the taping was Disco,
It
and
was.
so that was the last Disco main evented against One Man Gang in a Las
Yeah.
Vegas event. That's fucking crazy.
So this was January 23rd, 96. So this is like right after WCW has started to bring in some ECW guys. They're like revamping their roster as Nitro is now going, and I think with Nitro weekly TV, kind of like the Clash was one of the biggest victims of that, in my opinion, because at this point it wasn't special anymore.
Same thing with Saturday night's
felt
main
more-
event. They're both just once they got away from the jobber centric shows, wasn't really a point
So-
for them.
A fun note I found while looking into the backstory for the show, and like that whole talent acquisition that they did from ECW. Apparently, Terry Taylor was on WCW's hotline when like the ECW stuff was going on, and he went off on a rant on the hotline about how Benoit, Sabu, Malenko, Guerrero, that they were asking for way too much money because they'd never drawn any damn money and wouldn't draw any money in the United States.
Jesus Christ.
So Terry Taylor, evaluator of talent.
How much money has Terry Taylor drawn, by the way?
Well, as the Red Rooster, all of it.
First of all, Terry Taylor once had a good opinion of a talent because when I worked the you son of a when I worked the NBA anniversary show, when I got to the back, Terry Taylor came up to me and asked me about my finish and how to hook it on, and actually had me hook it on to him. He's like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're doing." That's because he thought it was so cool. So
You're like, it's a wrist
sometimes
lock, Terry.
It wasn't because he thought he was
Sometimes-
so cool. It's because he wanted to know how to fucking actually show somebody
Right.
else to do it because he was going to give away your
ex-
finisher as well as he's probably the
Right.
one that gave Vance Archer the name Vance.
so that also means he's got to think it's cool, right? If he wants to give it to
What's
somebody,
your-
steal
what
it
was
for
your
somebody,
finish at the
like
time?
yeah.
The
What's that?
like
What was your
twisted
favorite
rock
time?
bottom thingy.
Well, I have them like in a reverse bulldog, face up, bent back here.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then I
yeah,
jump and cut the flip. Yeah.
I was
When you-
picturing your very
wait.
first one. There was like the STO that's into a rock bottom kind of hook the leg thing.
It's not an STO, it's just the head.
Oh, that fucking bump.
No,
I
yeah,
took that. so
I know what
much.
you're talking about now, but I thought you were talking about the other
Oh.
thing.
Where you swept the leg,
Yeah, I hit the
And
leg and swing into
dumped
it.
me on top of my head a lot.
Yeah, Cash always got landed on his head. That's why it was my finish, because I was like, wait, you see Cash
I
land on his head?
love
This is
taking
awesome.
that bump though. It was a fun bump to take.
Cool.
But yeah, you bequeathed that finish to Logan Taylor.
What was that word?
Bequeathed.
Yeah, he nailed it. 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So we start off with the recap, as Draven was saying, of the previous night's Monday Nitro. And this really showed us that this was the dark, dark time of WCW where Hogan had a reign of terror where he was just making the Horsemen look like fools every show. And the Horsemen and the Dungeon of Doom had to come together. So there were 46 guys trying to take out Hogan.
Yeah, for context, this is 2 months before they do the big Doomsday Cage match.
Yeah. So we head into the clash tonight. Macho Man is the new World Heavyweight Champion. Sting and Luger are the new World Tag Team Champions. But can Sting trust Luger? And can Macho Man trust Hogan? These are the stories going into this.
These are the days of old.
So tonight's show, we're going to have Flair and the Giant taking on Hogan and Savage in the main event. Public Enemy taking on the Nasty Boys. Conan versus Psychosis. Sting and Luger versus the Blue Bloods. And most importantly, the match made in heaven, as we are cordially invited to the wedding of Sherry
I thought-
and Colonel Rob Parker.
So there's another match you left off, and I thought you were going to do that big build-up for Dean Malenko and Alex Wright.
Yes. Tony Schiavone and Bobby Heenan start us off, and Heenan immediately gives away the spoiler that Miss Elizabeth is making a return to pro wrestling, and she is the secret weapon of Hogan and Savage along with Kevin
Did they
Green.
not advertise
Yeah,
that ahead of time?
I don't know, because they immediately started the show with Heenan going, I'm just going to go let you guys know right now, the big
They
secret
do.
is that Miss Elizabeth is back.
Yeah.
Hogan and Savage reference it in their promo later, though, so it's not like it was hidden from.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
because they
didn't
referenced
matter.
it in their promo, it was supposed to be a surprise. Now it was going to be out anyway. They said, "Bobby, you just announced
True.
it because they."
Yeah, I
said it
forgot
in
what
the promo."
era. I forgot what era we're talking about. It's not like it's a scripted promo.
I say they were
Yeah.
doing everything they could really throughout this show to keep people watching. Like that comes up several times throughout this show.
We don't
We
think
also-
you'll make it till the end, so Miss Elizabeth will be here. So that helped.
Heyo.
Please keep watching. Mean Gene is also going to be reporting live throughout the night from the Little White Chapel, where Michael Jordan got married, I guess. Which is
Yeah.
weird. I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You don't know where every
Mike
famous
Vance-
person ever got married?
I lost that list a long time ago. But we start the night off with our first match, Public Enemy. I think making their second appearance or maybe their debut, one of the two in WCW,
Second, they were
versus the
linked to the
Nasty
show.
Boys.
They had a Tron video that made it look like they were walking in slow motion,
Yeah.
and it was an entrance in WCW with different jerseys. So I was like, they at least have
Yeah.
wrestled one
Whoa.
match. So
Yeah, good point. This match, I mean, I kind of remember these teams having a lot of matches against each other for a while. So this was our first one. And the main takeaways from this one for me is Rocco Rock getting his jersey stuck between the ropes and Brian Knobbs' knobby body. And instead of like taking the plunge off the apron to the barricade, he can't like take the plunge, so he just drops straight to his ass onto the floor and like his arm hits the damn apron. So like I thought he broke. Like he even says, I think he might have broke his arm on that.
Yeah.
Like it looked nasty.
oh, nasty.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
It's basically a brawl from the get-go. There's fighting on the outside. At one point, Sags goes and grabs a table. And then the finish just sort of happens where Nick Patrick disqualifies both teams right as Tony and Bobby say that it really doesn't matter if they both get DQ'd because they're going to fight anyways. And then Nick Patrick calls the DQ before anybody really even does something to get the DQ. They're getting ready to use the table, but they haven't used it yet. So preemptive DQ.
So it's what I realized about this match. It's funny now that I look at the time, and I even thought when I looked at the time of how long the matches were, I was like, man, their match is exactly 4 minutes. Like if they were given 4, they nailed it. You know why? They said go out and fight. I'm just going to DQ you. I'm going to tell the
At
ref
4
DQ
minutes
at
exactly,
4
yeah.
minutes.
Right.
Exactly.
Or,
So
hey, go ahead and end this with the roll up right now.
that was the match. They said, hey, just go brawl for 4 minutes and we'll double DQ you. You know, that's what it was. And then he got the call, and that, because I mean, how do you end it right on the money?
So that's the theme of the night.
Yeah.
That happens throughout this show. And
It's just like go ahead and hit a roll up.
so
Fruit roll?
Fruit roll up.
I
the
love the rolls.
four workers aside, I enjoyed this for what it was. I thought it was a fun brawl, and I mean, I'm going to give it 2.5 stars just because it was a fun way to start the show. I thought, unfortunately, any momentum that it might have given the crowd to kind of get them riled up, I felt like was taken away immediately by all of the talking. But yeah, so I'm going to go 2.5 stars on this. What are your all's thoughts? 2 stars from Tim.
Jason?
My favorite Heenanism during it. Rocco punches Sags and barely hits him in the arm. He's like, now you know he used to be a boxer, right? Like, why would you say it right after he clearly just misfunctioned someone? What an ass. And where did they get that table from? That was the thickest
Japan.
old table. Yeah, like, it was very weird.
They flew that one over from Japan.
Yeah. I'd give it a 2.5.
Okay.
Also.
I went 2 stars, and I detest Brian Knobbs, but I will put him over this one time. On the very finish when they're doing the moonsault with the table, it clearly isn't going to break, and they're starting to teeter over, and he throws it over, and it's almost like the episode of Dexter, if you've seen Season 3, Episode 12, where he gets his hand stuck in the table, and he falls, and like it gets snapped in the fucking table from him landing on it. That's what it looked like happened to Knobbs, but he did that because he needed to flip the table to make up for the table not breaking.
Yeah.
That's also the shoot episode title or number for that happening in
crazy.
Dexter.
That is insane. I'm kind of terrified that you know that. Did you guys notice the spot too where Rocco Rock is like they end up doing it, but he like is on the guardrail and he gets crotched. But did you guys notice that he goes for it once and then the camera is not on it, and like he jumps up there and he's walking. The camera cuts to the other 2 guys, and then it cuts back and he's like back up there, and then they do it. So I don't know if like the camera guy was like, "Hey, we missed that. Do it again." Like I don't know if they did it
Right.
twice or not, but
That was awesome. Let's do it again.
all right. So I'm shocked that nobody went below 2 stars on that one. I was really thinking I was going to be very alone with that.
For what it
So
was.
next up, Eric Bischoff brings out Ric Flair and the Giant, and immediately rubs Flair's title loss in his face. But then Flair says that losing that title means nothing to him because now Savage has to get in the ring with him and the Giant. Which, okay. Um,
The
uh,
way to bury your belt.
To be fair to the man, his plan ultimately worked out because Savage loses the belt to him like 2 weeks later.
And we do have to keep in mind that on a cover of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, Flair did say that he hates being world champion. So
That's a reference I understand.
He also said, a little girl told me that I'm going to fantasize, and the Giant, I'm going to giant-size.
oh yeah,
What?
What?
yeah. He tells Eric that he was with a little girl last night
Oh my
told
god.
who told him, "Nature Boy, with you, I'm just gonna fantasize, but with the
Ooh.
Giant,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Epstein's Island.
giant-size."
Ooh.
Which so much is wrong.
When he said, private plane, he meant Epstein's plane in his
Yes.
promos. He just never said it.
Yes.
Early
Well, that used to be
early
Flair
Giant
Island.
early Giant promos just are so annoying because he's trying to do that fake gravelly "I'm a monster" voice.
But at least he wasn't doing nursery
Crying?
rhymes yet.
Or crying all the time.
Or Baby
his
New Year.
nursery rhymes that he would do?
Are you thinking
you
of
don't remember
Are you
that?
thinking of Andrew Dice Clay?
Right.
You don't remember the Giants' nursery
Yay.
rhymes?
Not
I do.
even a bit.
Oh,
Are you thinking of
He'd be a
Heindenreich?
fee.
no.
He's on fee 5 fo hugging like all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll have to see if there's a YouTube compilation. I'll post it in the comments.
That's how his first promos were.
Yeah, his promo on this one. So Flair says that Hogan and Savage are going to have to deal with a real life fire talking giant. I'm assuming he meant breathing. And the Giant is.
No, he's
fucking
spitting
awful at
pure
promos.
fire out of that mouth, man.
Yeah,
He's talking straight
So-
fire.
That's the only way Flair can exhale is by talking. That's why he talks so much. So he assumes it's the same.
The Giant says, "All I'm going to say is that tonight I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and then blah, 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 blah." He goes on for like a minute and a half after setting up in 2 different ways that he's going to keep this short and sweet. Then the promo was so bad that Bischoff begs the audience not to leave during the 30-second commercial break. And little known fact, Epstein Island actually used to be called Space Mountain, so that's where that came from.
Ooh.
Oh
Um,
God! Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
very much allegedly.
In the promo, Flair also says, Macho, you can't hide behind Slim Jim, and Hogan, you can't hide behind Baywatch. That's how TKO needs to start putting these promos together. You want to have everything sponsored?
Yeah.
Like LA Knight, you and your Slim Jim, table match. Something. You're
Yep,
missing out.
they can actually just keep most of those. Like, I'm sure Baywatch is coming back at some point.
Wasn't
a story I'd
wasn't
be
The
in
Rock
for
in
is-
Baywatch?
Yeah, the newer
Oh, they're
one.
making another one.
Another
I
one.
would be in for the story that because he's a Slim Jim athlete, that the tables that he gets are much nicer than everybody else's because Slim Jim provides the tables. So
Well, I would prefer the Slim Jim tables to be very thin, very slim.
slim
Yeah,
and Jim like. Yeah.
Jim like. So
They just had pictures of Jimmy Uso all over him.
But thinner. They've edited him to make him a little thinner, so he's Slim Jim.
Big Slim Jim. So then we get our second match of the night: Dean Malenko versus Alex Wright, and this match is a rematch from this past Saturday night on the Superstation, baby. And Tony says that there is heat between these two because Malenko held on the Texas Cloverleaf a little long.
He said there's heat between these two youngsters. And I instantly thought, have I ever thought of Dean Malenko as being young ever? Like, he's always been that age.
I was gonna say, what is this, Germany versus Texas? But then Dean Malenko's not from Texas. He just uses the Texas
Florida.
Cloverleaf. Yeah, he's a Florida guy.
Yeah.
But Germany versus Florida, everybody knows they're mortal enemies.
Right.
Or does Malenko just like cut off one of his own legs and named it Dean and then grew it back. Is how Dean Malenko was born.
Right.
He was.
Isn't
born
that how we were
25
all
years
born?
old.
He had my
Yes.
hairline. He had my hairline at 20. So
Yeah. So they immediately quit talking about the match as Heenan brings up Elizabeth and says that he can't wait to see her because she was once considered the most beautiful woman in pro wrestling, and Bobby just hopes she doesn't look like Phyllis Diller now. And while he says that, Malenko gives Alex Wright the grossest dragon screw leg whip I have ever seen in my entire life. I thought Alex Wright's leg was snapped.
I thought he was hurt.
Yeah.
It was ugly. Like, I mean, effective. It looked legitimately like a move that would take you out of a match. Then Shivani attempts to talk some shit to Heenan and Sherry by saying that all the fans who tune into WCW know that Bobby thinks Sherry is the most beautiful woman, and that if he thinks she's the most beautiful, then I think the point that Tony was making is that Heenan basically wants to fuck a pig. So, because he was very derogatory about Sherry's attractiveness, and I'll go on record and say that Sherry was very attractive.
Why, when you said that, did I actually picture somebody fucking a pig? That's so weird.
And that's,
I wasn't thinking.
I mean, what episode of Dexter was that in?
Right.
We're not mental health professionals.
I was.
That can interpret what that means for you, but it's not good. I'll tell you that.
Boom, segue.
So, anyways, there was a really good wrestling match happening during all of this.
Yeah.
And Malenko, he finally gets sick of Alex Wright's shit and just drop kicks the hell out of his knee, and then slaps on or grabs the legs and flips through. And Alex Wright kicks out way before the 3 count, but I think Randy Anderson has been told that this one's going take it home now, so he counts it. But I think it's also because when he went down to make the count, he clearly like makes the first count because his hand comes down and hits, and then he counts 3. But I think Alex Wright heard the first one and thought that was like 1, and then he's supposed to kick out like right, like take a 3 count, but kick out right at 3. And I think the timing just got screwed up.
I personally hate if a ref slides down and as he's sliding does the 1, I'm just like, oh no, you gotta land.
Dude, he
first
does it
and look
fair. He does it so like it's right above Alex Wright's head, so like Alex Wright had to have heard it and felt the mat hit. So I think he thought that was the first of the 3 count. So I think that's the reason for that.
There's not that many of those refs anymore, I don't feel like. But man, when I used to get a ref that would do that, the very first count I remember, I bet you I had boo-boo face because I'd always be like, God, he counts like that.
That's so funny because it's something I've literally never once noticed. I have never once.
Really? Hey,
I probably experienced it, but it never was like a conscious thought in my mind.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Man, refs nowadays really all count the right way. They all slide down first and do it. But like in the around 2010 period, I ran into multiple.
Are they also not verbalizing like out loud? Because like if you say 1, 2, 3,
they are, but they do it as they're sliding, and you can barely even know they're there. So I'm not listening yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not. None of that. I'm just like, oh, one's already happened, and it's not like it makes a huge deal. It's just annoying. I'm just like, oh,
well,
God,
I can confirm in my 1 or 2 times being a referee in my career, I did the slide first, and then I would reel out 1, 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like back in the day too, especially around this time and before, like the ref going down for the count was like a much more like bigger show of it. Like they used to really, especially WCW, used to really be like,
they all had like their signature slides and shit. Yeah. Shout out to referees, by the way. Like that shit is really fucking hard. I think the couple times I did it, like I burned more calories and fucking had more cardio than a match.
I've only been a special guest ref once. It was during one of Tim's matches, and it took a lot of cardio to get.
Like I took it serious. I did this. I'm like, I'm going to do this the best I can as a referee, as like a backdoor demo to send to try and get into NXT or some shit. And it fucking kicked my ass.
When I did it, I was completely in gimmick. I didn't try to be a ref really at all. I took a phone call in the middle of special guest refereeing.
Now I did have my referee shirt had the sleeves cut off, and I wore my orange bow tie to go with it, so it was a pretty sweet look.
I've seen that picture. Yeah, I've seen that picture. I actually, the guy had a submission on it, and I answered the phone call, and I go, "No, I'm not busy. Yeah, I can talk." Like to sell that I'm just not going to count.
So I'm going to give this one 3 stars. I would have said 3.5 if the finish hadn't been a little funky.
Mine's similar to yours, Cash. 3.5, but I would have gave it a 4 if it would have been funky.
I have 3 stars also.
Yeah, I had 3 also. I also liked Alex Wright did a headlock scissor takeover, but the way Malenko took it, it basically was a scissor lock DDT.
By the way,
Landed himself.
since you brought that move up, I had my nose broken by Paul London with that exact move.
Oh,
Hey,
Like,
a shitty way to
his
have your nose
legs-
broken.
Did his legs get you, or did the mat get you?
It was his ankle because he wore just shooter wrestling shoes with no kick pads. So when he came in, oh, that fucking hurt. But when he came in, he bashed
And he
me
broke it
super hard.
again.
Maybe it sounds like you got a sensitive area there. Maybe.
I never knew this.
Next up, we have what would have easily been the worst match of the night, I think, no matter what. It was scheduled to be the Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan taking on Disco Inferno, who apparently had some sort of feud happening at the time. I cannot imagine a world where that should have ever been happening.
It leads to him and Jacqueline, I think.
Oh, does it?
Disco and Jacqueline was a feud that she ended up being Taskmaster's
right.
manager. That's what it was.
Yeah.
The bridge to get to
yeah,
that.
you're right. So
WCW
it's
brain.
It's actually worse than that, though, because Disco's music hits, and instead of Disco, we get Elvis, who's here to give Sullivan a singing telegram from Disco. And it goes, "Sorry I couldn't make it to the clash. I'm dancing at the Colonel's wedding. It's a big bash. Disco says that you aren't very hip, but he knows that you'll give me a really big tip." And then Sullivan punches him and kicks the shit out of him. And I don't know who this was for, because they got the worst possible Elvis impersonator, so the fans hated that. He's representing Disco, who the fans hate. And he gets beat up by the Taskmaster, who the fans hate.
And you brushed over the fact that Elvis and disco are completely different music. So why would the Disco Inferno?
I'm going to go ahead and explain this one for you with my extensive WCW knowledge. Eric Bischoff's favorite thing he ever did as the boss of WCW was fire Honky Tonk Man. So, like, getting a intentionally bad Elvis impersonator sounds like something he would think up just to make himself laugh, because he reminded him of firing Honky Tonk again.
Oh, firing Honky Tonk Man.
That's a great theory, actually.
I thought you said his favorite thing was flying in Honky Tonk
No,
Man.
firing.
What? Not signing Hulk Hogan, not
Yeah,
Bret
no,
Hart.
he frequently references it on the podcast. He does.
Oh, okay. Well, so yeah, this was awful. No rating. Wasn't a match. We go to Mean Gene, who's at the chapel, and he's joined by Bunkhouse Buck, who has a big old dick bunked out in that bunkhouse of his jeans.
Jesus Christ!
I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. No!
No! What the fuck happened? I feel like somebody broke into my house and robbed me right now.
Nope.
No, I didn't.
Well,
Oh my god!
I got a new 50-inch TV the other day, and my god, that thing was on full display.
Holy shit!
He's wearing the he's wearing the tightest jeans, and I was the whole time I was like, "Good lord!"
so why did
You can stop anytime. You're going to kill me.
This completely changes my relationship with a friend in high school, because for some reason Bunkhouse Buck was his favorite wrestler.
Oh my god!
In case you missed that the first time, Bunkhouse Buck has a big old dick bunked out in the bunkhouse of his jeans.
What are you doing to us? Oh my god.
Oh,
He says that he doesn't care if this wedding happens or not, and
I'm
and Dirty Dick-
legitimately crying.
Okay. And Dirty Dick Slater says that the last time he saw the Colonel, he had taken out some money to give him, and he saw him at the crap. And then Mean Gene says, at the crap, and he goes, the table. And he goes, the crap table, gotcha. So we're back to Bischoff, who brings out the tag team champions, the new tag team champions, Sting and Lex Luger. Luger talks a little bit, then the Road Warriors come out because they're back and they want a tag title shot. Sting's ready to sign that contract, but Luger proves that he's not just a body guy; he has a brain too. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. He very logically explains that the Harlem Heat will have to get a rematch for the belts, and then that there's other challengers, including the Nasty Boys, American Males, and most importantly, State Patrol, who will have to get a title shot as well. And that the Road Warriors just got back after 2 years, and he doesn't want to risk hurting Animal's back with the torture rack. And then Hawk says that him and Animal have, I believe he says, an anal beads quota. I don't know exactly what he meant to say, but that's
Annual
like-
beatings.
That's what you heard.
Annual beatings quota.
Oh, that's way different. Okay, that makes more sense, because I was like, what does that have to do with wrestling? Well, I'm sure you
They
figure
would
out
be.
something.
I mean, we're all picturing them being spiky, right? Like there's.
I wasn't.
like, oh.
Oh, you have traumatized me today.
So then we go to commercial break. We're back with Tony and Bobby, and Tony is just chilling the fuck out during this. It was I don't know what the hell was going on. It cuts back to them, and Shivani is just leaning back in his chair, like just smiling at Bobby. Like Shivani's high as fuck, I think, because he's just chilling, and Bobby tells Luger and Sting not to piss off the Road Warriors, and Tony just says, "Ooh, yeah." And then we go, we get Paul Orndorff giving a monologue about the Horsemen and his history with them. And he says that we've never seen an Arn Anderson pile driver before, and so we know that the only reason he did it was to hurt him. Which I mean, I haven't seen every Arn Anderson match. I've watched a lot, and I'm positive Arn Anderson has been a pile driver before.
Him and Tully's tag finish was a spike pile driver, so he
Was
did
a
pile
spike
drivers
pile driver.
almost every match.
Yeah. Here's a little thing about pro wrestling. We're going to break some kayfabe here. As someone who's done this before, when you, as a wrestler in your promo, say that what a lot of you probably don't know is that's the setup to you then proceeding to make up history. Because he's like, I was offered a chance to be in the Horsemen and I turned him down. That never happened. That was just a fun little storyline thing they did there. But yeah, so this was Orndorff was legitimately hurt though. He suffered he ended up coming back for like a pretty decent little run, but this was like the end of him being a regular, I think.
Which
due
is
to
ridiculous because he fucked his neck up so bad in the 80s with Hogan that he stopped being able to work out his left arm.
Yeah. So yeah, his left arm had atrophied. So he had just done the gimmick where that guy with the white afro,
Gary Spivey.
Gary Spivey, thank you. What was that guy? Was he a fortune teller or something?
Dan Spivey's brother.
No, I think there's like a Dionne Warwick
Hotline?
kind of hotline at the time that they were mocking.
Okay. But he had given Paul Orndorff his confidence back, and then so then this happened. But that leads us into that's going to lead us into Brian Pillman with the beginnings of his loose cannon gimmick, But before we get to the next match, Mean Gene is back as Colonel Robert Parker shows up and asks Gene if he can borrow $50 so he can pay the limo driver because he's lost all of his money gambling.
I did not appreciate Colonel Robert Parker enough as a kid. These segments were amazing.
Yeah. But then we get Brian Pillman taking on Eddie Guerrero in the very famous match where Pillman grabs Heenan and Heenan on air says, "The fuck are you doing?" And dude, Heenan is a pro though. Like, so he legitimately, he very cautious about his neck. Has the "what the fuck are you doing?" Gets up, kind of like walks it off a little bit, comes back, apologizes if he said anything inappropriate, and then immediately goes back to putting over Pillman. Like, Shivani even tries to be like, "Well, now you've got to be rooting for Eddie Guerrero," and Heenan's like, "No, I still like Pillman."
So do you think this was a shoot or a work? Because after watching it this time, I'm very convinced it was a work. Heenan knew about it.
I definitely had that thought. I just don't know if he would have said, "What the fuck are you doing?" So maybe
I think he would have to sell it. I think those two probably planned it out and didn't tell a soul. So they ran it like it was a shoot, but they both knew because the way Heenan reacted was almost like he was acting when he was waiting in the stage, walking it off, and then coming back and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely lean towards it being a work. Yeah.
Well, and they kept the camera on him. Like,
yeah.
If he just got, I didn't think about it till you said it, but yeah, I mean, they kept the camera on him. If they didn't want us to know something went down, then
they would have told him to cut the feed or take a crowd shot or something.
True. And like at the time, Pillman, everything he was doing was, well, is it a shoot? Is it a work? Like,
right.
And wasn't it like that Bischoff basically gave him carte blanche to just do whatever wasn't that the whole thing where he's like, just do whatever you want?
Yeah,
They tricked him into releasing him.
He had the freedom to do whatever, and then Pillman used it to trick him. Oh, let me go to ECW for real, and then I'll come back and I'll be hotter. And then he signed with WWE. Outsmarted him. Which Bischoff claims, by the way, since I'm the WCW whisperer, Bischoff claims that him and Pillman were in contact when he got signed in WWE, and the plan was for him to do a run there and jump right back. So if he didn't get in the accident, if he didn't get the outcome of his life that he did, like if he is able to jump back to WCW in '99, I think he becomes a main eventer instantly.
Me too. Yeah. The match starts to pick up and get really good. Like, they're trading some stiff shots back and forth. A lot of real good intensity here. Guerrero always, like, in these, he had a lot of matches with, like, Flair. Like, he had a lot of matches with the Horseman guys, and they were always really good. Like, I don't know if Flair loved him. I don't know what, like, somebody loved Guerrero, and could tell what kind of talent he had. But the match ends very abruptly. Pillman hits a crossbody, hooks the tights, and gets the 1-2-3. What we got was really good. I would have loved to have seen like 10 more minutes on a pay-per-view. So what we get, I'm going to give 2 stars just because there wasn't enough of it.
2.5.
Yeah, I said
Jason?
2 also.
Okay.
Same thing. Like, that's the third match. It just seems like really awkward ass finishers. Or finishes.
Does your cat make too much noise? Did you invent kit mittens to get it under control? Well, this is the best place to advertise. The Gang Breaks Kayfabe podcast is actively looking for new sponsors. If you're interested, shoot us an email at thegangbreakskayfabe@gmail.com. Reach a wider audience and support a bunch of idiots.
All right, Draven, Pillman, and Malenko, what's your rating for this?
I liked it. Pillman, his shtick was a little like he was being a tryhard. I don't know if that's just me with hindsight or if that's actually how he was portraying it. But
What do you mean?
It would have been higher, but 3.25.
3.25. What do you mean? What do you mean he's trying to be a tryhard?
It just didn't feel authentic. Like he was doing the weird walk around the ring thing. Like he was trying way too hard to be the loose cannon.
I gotcha. All right.
Actually, kind of reminds me of what Mox tries to do.
I was getting ready to say it's kind of Mox, like with the, but we will save the Mox discussion for a later day because we know how I'm the Mox fanboy here. And I love everything going on right now with that. But
yeah, we gotta have that fight one day.
yeah. We then go to Eric Bischoff, who brings out the new heavyweight champion, Macho Man Randy Savage, joined by Hulk Hogan and Kevin Green. They all make loud noises for a while, and then Hogan says that lovely Liz is in their corner tonight, and says that now that they're all brothers, they only have one problem. After they beat Flair and the Giant, which of the three of them is going to take Liz out on the town? Kevin Green says that he's basically willing to kill Hulk Hogan to bang Liz. But Savage tells Green that he'd have an easier time banging the Cowboys, as they will be playing them in the Super Bowl, which the Cowboys beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, how crazy is that you used to be able to fucking just go fuck off the week of the Super Bowl and not be there the whole week and do all the team activities and walkthroughs and practices? Just fuck that. I'm going to Vegas and hanging out with Hogan.
And then your team loses, so that'll teach you. And then Hogan...
Dennis Rodman did it, and they won the finals, so it's
True.
a 50-50 in what happens.
And then Hogan says that everyone knows that Liz is too much for Savage, which Savage then agrees with by saying, "Ooh, yeah." This promo, I don't know what the fuck was going on other than
Cocaine.
I was gonna say allegedly cocaine, probably.
Allegedly.
But yeah. So up next, though, the WCW World Tag Team Champions, brand new, Sting and Luger, defending the belts against the Blue Bloods, Lord Steven Regal and Earl Robert Eaton, which, after hearing them say, I forgot that it was Earl Robert Eaton, and now I really wish that would have been a serial killer gimmick for Bobby. Because serial killers always have the three names.
Ooh, I like that.
How cool would that have been if Bobby Eaton was like this?
I can't even... Yeah, but can you picture Bobby Eaton being a serial killer?
Well, it'd be
the
adorable.
real man, no, but I feel like he could pull it off as a character.
Can I tell my Bobby Eaton story real quick?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot to it, but it's just one of my favorite moments.
Will Bobby Eaton's estate sue us for it?
No, it's one of my favorite.
I would say it's probably a good story.
It's my favorite thing that's probably ever happened to me during my career, and it was it happened backstage, and it wasn't wrestling related really, but I mean it sort of was. But so he was on a show. We were doing one of Viper shows near Palmer, Ohio, and Bobby Eaton was on the show. And I hadn't really, other than like introduced myself to him and saying hi and all that stuff. I had went out, I think, during intermission to do the merch table and everything. And when I came back, Eaton stops me in the hallway, and he goes, "Hey Cole," and I go, "Yeah," and he goes, "Whatever happened to the Dudley Boys?"
I remember this now.
And I go, I don't know, Bobby. I think they're still wrestling. And he goes, "Oh, okay, good. Well, thank you." And then he just walks away. And I was like, did Bobby Eaton just ask me what happened to the Dudley Boys? That was the most random shit ever.
That was him
marking out.
That was him thinking you were a promoter and soft pitching him and Dennis Condrey versus the Dudleys.
Right.
Well, I thought it was him thinking I was Bubba Ray Dudley.
Whatever happened to them Dudleys you used to be?
Yeah. What's Steve on up to now, Cole? So
I like the new gimmick.
Yeah, I appreciated that he remembered my name. It was.
No,
I know it's
it's
the
just
same.
Funny. No one calls you Cole, ever.
Bobby
no one
Eaton does.
yeah, but no one saw Cole Cash and thought the one part I'm going to use that's Cole.
Yeah. But just the way he was so soft spoken too. So hey Cole, whatever happened to the Dudley Boys? So this I really like this. Sting and Regal always had great chemistry in the ring together. And I really liked this whole storyline with Luger being the heel, teaming up with babyface Sting. Them even going as far as to Jimmy Hart stayed in the back whenever Luger was with Sting, because that's the only way Sting could trust Luger, because he was friends with Luger, but he couldn't trust Jimmy Hart. It kind of plays into Sting's whole character of like always being willing to trust somebody, even though he's definitely going to end up getting stabbed in the back at some point. But the only thing I didn't like about that, because they this storyline's happening and they're putting over that Luger's the cheater and Sting needs to be careful. And then Sting comes in and just straight up cheats and rakes Regal's eyes while Regal has the Regal stretch on Luger. Like, I was like, wait, why is the babyface doing this when we're supposed to be telling the story of Sting might not be able to trust Luger because Luger does underhanded things. But Eaton goes for a crossbody off the top. Luger just can't catch him and dumps Bobby like a sack of shit. But then Sting and Luger retain the titles when Eaton submits to the Scorpion Deathlock. This match, like a lot of the other ones, I think given more time would have been really good. But for what we got, I'm going to go 3 stars on this one.
It was better than when I saw it. I was like, it's cool. Bobby's here, but it's actually good. 3. I agree. 3.
I'm slightly under that. I got 275.
And I liked it, but I didn't like the ending to this one either, because if the whole storyline is Luger could be cheating whenever, so he pops him with the quarters again, and then Sting puts on, and he doesn't realize, and the ref's like, oh, he's knocked out. Just something, but they didn't even play anything into that. And then, like you said, he was the one to rake the eyes. So,
Yeah.
Interesting. I give it a 3 also.
Because they even had like a good, like, they even did pretty well with like, as soon as Luger got tagged in, he took it to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that was even a good touch where, like, Luger bends the rules by going to the floor and like slamming Eaton on the concrete. So, but then they just have Sting rake the eyes and kind of went against the whole story. But still, like I said, I think Sting and Regal always had really good matches. We'd always get a random Sting Regal match on Nitro. That was always solid. Anytime you go back and watch the Nitros, those matches pop up and they're always worth watching. But now we're back with Mean Gene and the Colonel, which is would have been a great TV show, I think. And Sherry arrives and finds out that the Colonel is now broke because of his gambling ways. And I swear that the Colonel, as he's walking Sherry over towards the trailer, I swear he says Dick and Butt. I swear he says, let me get you over here to Dick and Butt's trailer. Which,
You're just thinking about Bunkhouse Buck again.
which, yeah. I think TBS missed an opportunity by not having the Power 2 hour Mean Gene and the Colonel at 7 p.m. followed by Dick and Butt's trailer at 8 p.m. So, then Bischoff brings out the loose cannon, Brian Pillman. He's got a fancy James Dean t-shirt on with the hole cut out showing off his left nipple, which is a choice. He threatens to say the 7 forbidden words on live television. Then he talks about respect and greed, and then he threatens to cut people's thumbs off. So that happened. That was a promo. I'm starting to kind of see what you're talking about, Draven.
He should have said something like, well, I only really have to say 6 of the words because Heenan said one of them already.
Yeah. Maybe that's what the plan was. Pillman and Heenan got together and they were like, can we figure out a way to say all 7 of the words throughout the show?
I'll come over and get you 7 times. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get through this.
So then we get Conan defending the Mexican Heavyweight Championship against Psychosis. And I think this is Psychosis's debut in WCW.
I think so.
Yeah. Mike Tenay joins Bobby and Tony because someone at the booth has to know something about these guys.
He is the Excalibur of WCW.
Yes. Bobby at one point, talking about Psychosis, says he's got pointed ears. And Tony says, that's his mask, Bob. And Bobby Heenan goes, oh. So Conan fucking sucks. He's, in my opinion, one of the worst workers of all time. This match, Psychosis goes to send him into the corner at one point, and Conan just straight up fucking stops before he gets to the corner and turns so he can like do the lift up over to put Psychosis on the apron, and then casually like just walks backwards and waits for Psychosis to drop kick him, and he takes the laziest bump off of that and then slides to the floor and just like catches his breath waiting for Psychosis to do the dive. Then he doesn't even really feed for the dive, so Psychosis splats to the floor as Conan kind of lays down. And
Has anyone ever, like, I know Conan's a big star, but does anyone think that guy's a good worker?
Eric
Has
Steele.
ever been? Really?
Me and Eric Steele used to argue all the time because he would always be like, he's the Hogan of Mexico, brother, and I'd be like, yeah, and Hogan fucking sucks too.
Right,
so
right.
I don't know what your argument here is.
That's not the compliment you intend it to be.
So yeah, he like Psychosis splats on the floor, and then they both get back in the ring. Conan no sells the dive, sits like Psychosis is I think maybe legit half knocked out at this point. He sets Psychosis up on the top rope, does like the spider German suplex, which like even that he does lazily. Like he kind of leans back and just hopes that Psychosis does the flip, and doesn't really help him. So Psychosis lands on his head, and then he hooks on the zip lock, where he tucks Psychosis's hands and legs like in a weird thing, and then poses, and then the match is over. Like Conan is not acting like he's applying any pressure. Psychosis isn't selling like anything's happening. And then the ref kind of looks at Psychosis and calls for the bell. So I don't know if this is another case of the back being like, yep, take it home, time.
We got to get back out to this wedding.
But I'm giving this one, I think my lowest rating ever. I'm giving it half a dog shit.
Oh.
Jesus.
One dog shit from Tim.
I had it at 1.5 dog shits.
Okay.
So I had it at 2. Maybe you'll talk me lower, but I really wasn't concentrating because as soon as Tenay said that Conan and Jake the Snake were in a hair versus hair match, that Conan won, but he has no hair, and I'd never seen Jake bald. Like, I just had to start looking into that.
So you found that match. So what?
I found it, and I sent it to you, and he does get his head shaved at the end of it, so that's weird.
I don't remember Jake Roberts with a shaved head ever either.
It was a AAA match, but it happened, so I didn't pay much attention to the end of the match. So,
was he wearing like a bald cap?
No, like I don't know. They hold him down and they shave him. He was wearing blue gear.
For anyone that thinks Conan might be a good worker, just watch this match. He's the laziest fucking worker ever. I used to always put him and Vincent at the bottom 2 workers of all time, in my opinion.
I'm not that low, Conan.
I'm not changing my opinion after watching this match. So, we go to a commercial, or no, we're back at the Little Whitechapel. Sherry's feet are sticking out of the window of the limo. Gene says that she's found a place to get dressed, and that he doesn't think that's the first time she's been in the backseat of the car. And the Colonel asked Mean Gene for $30 now. So he needed $50. Then he's like, I'll take $30 if you got it. Just can I hold $30? Then we go to a commercial break, get an ad for the WCW hotline, 1-900-909-9900. They did have the greatest hotline number of all time. I mean, that number is in my dreams half the time. So we get back from the break, and it's wedding time as Gene walks Sherry down the driveway because the Colonel can't afford to actually go inside the Whitechapel now, or the Little Chapel. So they're going to get married at the drive-through window. Not even the drive-through, the walk-up window, which is just, I think, the lowest of the low you can get and as far as getting married in Vegas goes. Mean Gene lets it slip to Sherry that the Colonel might have been on the phone with another lady, his fried pie, as he calls her. Guests at the wedding include Harlem Heat, Disco Inferno, Bunkhouse Buck, and a teary-eyed Dick Slater. since the Colonel's gambled away all of his money, like I said, the wedding's taking place at the walk-up window, and before anyone can say I do, Medusa comes out of nowhere and attacks Sherry, putting an end to this whole thing. But as Draven said earlier, the Colonel, I fucking love him. He is so good, so fucking good. When he's chasing Medusa, like at the end, when he's like trying to get her to knock it off, like he's just so, he played that character so fucking well. But yeah, so I like, this whole show was kind of just like there so they could do all of this, I think, and talk about Hogan. But the Colonel played his part perfectly. But then we get the main event. The Giant and Ric Flair with Jimmy Hart are taking on Hulk Hogan and Macho Man with Kevin Green, woman, Deborah Michaels, 3 other women who I don't know who they were.
One of them was Linda Hogan.
Linda Hogan,
Okay, really?
the one all the way to the left.
Oh, it was. It was, yeah. And then Miss Elizabeth, who, don't worry, Bobby, she's looking real good. Not like Phyllis Diller at all. So we get some shenanigans with Kevin Green, and then once the match kind of gets going, we get one of the laziest shoulder tackles with the Giant and Hogan. Like, the Giant is very baby shit green still at this point, and he doesn't really like. So when you do a shoulder tackle, and we always train our guys to do this, like, it's supposed to be an offensive move. Giant doesn't really like do anything, and Hogan gingerly kind of walks into the Giant and then falls down. Hogan slams him though. Flair gets in and then hits a stalling suplex on Hogan, which I thought was way more impressive than Hogan slamming the Giant. Like,
I made that note also.
yeah, Flair holds his big ass up there, and hits a pretty damn good suplex. Tony lets the fans know that if they've just tuned in to watch Child's Play, they're going to have to wait until this match is over to see Chucky. Because if they're not going to stop for the NBA Finals, they're damn sure not going to stop for a killer doll. Hogan goes to the outside. Giant just kind of hugs him awkwardly. They have no idea what to do at this point.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
The Knicks came back and won that game.
Oh, damn. They did, and I was so close to hit that parlay. We missed a couple legs. Still. Yeah, overtime even.
And now's when we have across the bottom, the gang breaks kayfabe does not endorse nor condemn those who may have gambling problems. Please dial this number if you need to seek assistance. Dial this number if you have any hot tips for cash.
What's the same number?
What's the number if you have,
what's the number
if you have alcohol problems?
1-900-909-9900.
So Flair goes to the top rope because he's definitely going to hit the move that he's always. Nope. Hogan cuts him off, throws his ass to the mat. Hogan and the Giant go to the floor. Savage hits the big elbow drop on Flair, but Jimmy Hart gets the ref's attention, throws Flair the knucks. Flair hits him with them. KO Savage, he gets the pin. Zodiac and Pillman run to the ring so Kevin Green has something to do. Him and Hogan throw them over the top rope. And then they check on Savage as the crowd is... I mean, the crowd was so quiet at this point. I'm pretty sure like you could hear individual conversations taking place amongst the fans.
Was that it? Do we leave now? Is something happening? And there was one poof of a firework.
Yeah, and then as was common for the time, as they're going off the air, Heenan starts yelling that someone's going down in the back. Every WCW show had to end with someone screaming that something was happening, and you'd have to tune in next time, which fucking worked back then for me. Like, I always tuned back in.
Man, the best time that's ever been done in history, though, was WCW when they first started doing that, when the NWO attacked everybody and they threw them into the trailer. Like, that fans were calling the cops and legit police officers showed up. Like, that went so good. I can see them being like, come on, just squeeze a little bit more out of this.
Yeah. So my rating for this one is 1 dog shit.
Oh, I was actually higher. 1.5 dog shit.
Hey, 1.5 dog shits.
I actually had
suplex.
2 for my rating.
2?
Ooh.
Okay. Jason?
Yeah, I gave it a 2 also. I thought it was interesting that they're like, he's trying to slam him like he did with Andre back in '87. They're like, yeah, and so they're like, we're just gonna go ahead and blatantly talk about what happened at Mania on our programming. Like, what are you doing, guys?
Yeah, I forgot to mention they were still kind of alluding to trying to convince people that the Giant
That's
was
his son.
Andre's son. Yeah, and then they kind of just quit doing that at one point.
I think right around the time he joined the NWO, he came out and just said it was a ploy to get into WCW and get at Hogan or something.
Oh, okay. So yeah, overall, there were a few matches that I think if you would have just let them have like 15, 20 minutes, would have made the show really good. If you would have given Eddie Guerrero and Pillman more time, Malenko and Alex Wright, and then Sting and Luger against the Blue Bloods. I think those
But
three
that would
matches,
mean that you don't think the show was a good show. And this
I
was a
don't think
very
it's a
good
good
show.
You thought it was a really good show? It's a really good show.
I mean, I'd prefer that to the current WWE TV.
Wow. So overall
guys.
rating for the show then, what would you rate it overall?
The Sherry and Parker segments really elevated it for me. So did Elizabeth. I thought overall it was about a 3 out of 5.
Wow.
So wrestling aside, it was.
Wait, they gave you good stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
They also
So,
gave you
you know-
Conan in a Ziploc, but
You know
you
what?
got to take the good with the bad.
So there was no matches over 10 minutes, not a one.
mm-mm.
The main event was 9 minutes and 52 seconds,
That's
and then
my
the
kinda
next
card.
longest.
Why do we got to go so long? We all
was
got places to be.
7:47, and that was the tag match, and everything else was under 6 minutes.
So this could have been an email. This show I felt. Yeah, this could have been a Thunder. Like this could have been a Saturday night's main event, or not Saturday night. What the fuck was their show on Superstation?
Just Saturday night.
Saturday
That's
night,
it.
okay.
You just stop there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Colonel Robert Parker Sherry stuff was definitely the highlight for me. I loved it. It's just like it seemed like this show was set up for that and really nothing else. I thought like they literally did so wrestling aside, we're like we have some wrestlers, but they're not important. What we really want you to focus on is this Colonel Robert Parker Sherry B story that we've got going here.
I just love the format that they did. There was quick matches. Here's a live promo. Quick matches. Live promo. Here's some old redneck marrying this crazy lady.
So, wrestling aside, and I thought the vibe of the show, like the liveliness of it, kind of was weird to me. Like, I mean, it was just the era, but I haven't watched anything from that era in a while, and I was like, oh god, this is like more in your face, more.
No,
I wouldn't say cheesy.
Way less
But,
in your
like-
face. They're not screaming the same sound bites over and over and like over advertising everything and then over replaying everything because they assume every
Well-
viewer is a first time viewer.
I feel like it's just bright and just yeah, I do.
Anyone
I-
else
I-
have an opinion here? Because I think that's
You mean
crazy.
Do you mean like
The presentation, the actual presentation's bright. Like the arena's
bright?
bright. Yeah, the arena's it's bright. Like I feel like even like
They're not using the lame colored lighting for the crowd. Like it's not Monday Night Raw. We use red lighting on the crowd.
Yeah, I thought that was like definitely the WCW style at the time though.
There
Yeah.
weren't
Which is
LED bulbs back
better
then,
than WWE.
So
I like I prefer that look.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying that was my favorite part of it. Is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to get to. But yeah, but I thought the wrestling just was meh, and the promos were not good by today's standards.
I will say the Colonel and the Colonel and Sherry stuff it gets 5 stars from me. If you set that to the side, the rest of the show about a 2.
But when
for
you
me.
factor that in, you get to a 3 just like me.
I'll go 3. Yeah. Okay. I'll give it a 3.
Yes. Talk to one person.
2.5
up.
is high as
All
as
right.
the high as I can go. I was going to go 2.25, so you talk me up, but not as much as Cash.
and I'll stick with Tim at the 2.5. It was okay. There was just too much back and forth, and I just kept thinking, these poor people in this audience, how long has it been since they've had a match? Like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, another backstage
I feel
thing.
like I'm in a different universe right now. You guys are talking about the current shit. Like what you're saying describes WWE, not the Clash.
Well, I don't like WWE.
That was exactly night one of Mania.
I prefer AEW because it's just wrestling. Like that's why I like.
Am I
AAA.
misunderstanding?
It's
Am
just
I
wrestling.
thinking you guys are actually saying the opposite of what you're really saying then?
I don't know what you think
You're
we're saying.
saying we're comparing it to WWE, and we're saying that is correct, and we
Yeah.
don't like either of them because of those reasons.
Okay. I think if you would have cut Conan and Psychosis, and
Some of the promos, like
maybe
the
one
Flair thing, we could have not done that.
Yeah, and the Orndorff thing. I think if we would have
Yeah, we
cut
could have not
a
done
couple
that.
things, given a couple of the matches just a few more minutes, I think it would have elevated the show to like a 4.
Absolutely, I could have I wouldn't have got that high, but I could have went up over 3.25 maybe.
You guys.
I mean,
have
if
no
I'm
vision.
if I'm just looking at a card and I
I think
see
those promos often put that match I talked about at the beginning. What was it, Regal and?
No, matches don't need to be this
get to
long
see-
for the sake of
and
being
Benoit.
long. That's one thing I
don't you
hate
like
about.
don't you like AEW?
Yes. I don't know why that was an iffy yes. Yes. The answer's yes.
I mean, the average AEW
maybe?
match is probably
It's like
18
15
minutes.
But I would like
Yeah.
AEW better if it was structured more like Nitro and more like this, and the matches were shorter on TV. Keep the pay-per-view matches as long as you want them to be, but TV is not supposed to be pay-per-view matches. Like you're burning out.
I have,
Okay,
I have a
okay.
bomb of a question. What do you like better, this era WCW or current AEW?
This era of WCW.
That era of WCW.
Wow.
That era of WCW is my favorite time.
Like
ever in
Nitro
wrestling.
starting until when Nitro got bad at the finger poke doom is like peak wrestling TV for me.
Wow.
I mean, I'll even go back further, like just having the Saturday night shows and then the pay-per-views. That was even like that's my jam. Like that WCW stuff, so good. There was such a blend of
Like Hogan comes
styles
in and shit gets cartoony and goofy and shit. If you just focus on Hogan's programs, the rest of the shows were pretty fucking good even during that era, and they get better once the NWO comes around.
And
My favorite era is farther up than you guys. Not a lot, but a little bit. Mine's like almost like new generation, sadly. Like Brett and Sean.
That's your
but same time,
favorite era?
2001 WCW.
But then no. But then like also WCW at the time in like 94, 95. Like that when the cruiserweights were getting hot and whenever Brett and Sean were still working. I mean, at least they were not gone yet. That was my favorite time.
Because when I hear New Generation, I picture the worst period of wrestling history with Doink and
Henry
Theo
Godwin.
Hopper. And even though Sean and
late.
Brett were great on top, the majority of the show was shit.
Well, no, I'm saying late new era, early Attitude Era, like right before the Attitude Era, right at the very beginning of it.
So
and earlier.
once Nitro starts, and they kind of start actually putting effort into not being lame and cheesy.
Yes.
So like
Yes.
Okay.
Brett and Austin.
Yes.
I think
Like right around
97 was a better year for WWE than 98. Like I know 98 gets all the credit, but I thought
I
that,
97 was great.
that Shawn Michaels and the Bret Hart USA heel everywhere
Yes.
else baby, I thought that was brilliant.
At the time, like that was probably my favorite storyline going or whatever. So that to me is my favorite time period.
What year was 97 the year we got Brett and Austin? It was like Brett's like first match back, I think.
Survivor Series 96 is when they his
96,
first match back.
Yes.
Okay,
But
so I feel
WrestleMania
like
13 is in 97.
Yes.
So I feel like that Survivor Series is where WWF started taking back off from me, like where I started watching it more.
I was in a little bit before that, maybe 6 months.
I would like only because that was when Nitro and Raw. So like I've talked about it before, but like I would be watching Nitro, my friend would be watching Raw, and we'd be on the phone together. And like if something was happening on one, we'd tell the other one so we could flip over. So like he would tell me so I only saw like the good stuff happening on Raw. So like I didn't watch a lot of the other shit. So I was like more WCW Nitro focused. but then I would only get to see like the good Bret Hart stuff, the good Shawn Michaels stuff, but that Austin Bret match Survivor Series is where I was like, ooh, WWF is getting really good again. So, all right, so yeah, Clash 32. It was one of the. I think we only had like 3 clashes after this, 3 or 4.
I think 37 was the
four.
last one, so I think 5.
I was gonna say I thought 4 or 5, 36 to 37. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, definitely just didn't really have a point anymore to the shows at this point. I remember when they were happening, I was still pretty excited though because it was an extra night of wrestling. So
Yeah.
I wasn't going to complain about that.
And
but
it was
like,
going to be decent at least. At
Compare
worst,
that
it
to
would be a good
nowadays.
episode of Nitro.
Compare that to nowadays when I hear another show's been added to somebody's fucking schedule. I go, too much fucking wrestling already.
yeah. To your point, I think AEW would benefit a lot from, like, you can tell Tony Khan was a WCW mark, and I think it would benefit a lot if he did take some of the entertainment aspect that Nitro had going for it and add it to AEW. Maybe like don't go all in on it, but like
Well, you can
Maybe
fix
not
my
entertainment,
problem.
but I think like more storytelling. They do too much in the ring to try and tell all the
Yeah.
stories. You need other venues like backstage
And-
shit.
It would also, they could fix your problem and my problem at the same time. And the matches they need to cut are the ones that don't need to be competitive. Some of the matches they have is just like Joe Blow from Ring of Honor versus Will Ospreay, the guy who should be the star of the company, and they had a 15-minute competitive match. Like, he couldn't beat the guy who's curtain jerking Ring of Honor. It took 15 minutes. Like, and if they just took 10 of that away and put what Draven wants in there, we'd both be happy. So.
And they have to cut everybody whose last name begins with an A. Except for Andrade.
well,
That's
I
his
mean,
first name. I think he's got the Madonna clause.
Oh,
I really
and he's
think
good.
Tim Draven, I really think you guys need to watch more AAA. I think it's what you're looking for. It's
Mm,
short. It's only an hour.
I'm not a fan of their booker.
The Undertaker?
The Americano storyline right now is so fucking good.
I hear that a lot.
So fucking good. Like, it takes me back to a time in wrestling when like the crowd is ready to fucking murder the original. Like, this last week they all came out and like were trying to take the mask off of whatever guy, Bravo, I think. And the crowd is fucking nuclear, and then the real Americano runs out to fight him off, and the crowd loses its fucking mind, and then he cuts the promo leading into the mask versus mask match. It's so, I can't put over how good it is. Like, Taker's killing it with that booking. So I don't know how the hell he just like, it blows my mind that Taker is such a good booker as far as like that kind of stuff goes, and not just like, I want a dead man. I want a dead man character that's a biker.
Well, I mean, we give Undertaker a hard time, but if he knows anything, he's been through so many eras of wrestling and so many different types of booking. He should know by this point, for God's sakes. Like,
Yeah.
And like him doing the slow zombie thing wasn't what he wanted to do. Like he talks all the time about Vince chewing him out for going too fast and trying to be too athletic.
All right. Well, anything else, or are we already retired to our bunkhouses? Is that it?
Nope.
Is that the show?
Is that where we cut it?
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Leave a comment on what you thought of Clash 32. If we made you want to go back and watch this one, let us know what shows you want us to review, and buy some T-shirts. We need to eat. We're all starving boys over here that are going to be homeless any day now. So Draven's going to have to pawn those belts off pretty soon.
Nobody will buy them.
All right. Night. Keep your bunkhouses tight.